Hinton's Hot Topics, Lions Tour Special, Opening Statements and Hansen's Big Calls. Warren Gatland surveys things at training in Auckland ahead of Saturday's tour opener up the road in Whangarei. Opinion: apparently 3/4 of New Zealanders can't name a single lion. I'm pretty sure most of my fellow countrymen know who Simba is. With Warren Gatland's British and Irish Lions now in New Zealand and set to open their 10-match tour of New Zealand on Saturday night in Whangarei with a breezy hit-out against a provincial Barbarians team, Hot Tropics moves its focus ever so slightly off the Super Rugby playoff race, now all but over, bar the scramble for minor placings, to the looming battle between the best of North and South. And there are no shortage of talking points, with the tourists looking to get quickly up to speed ahead of the first of what Sir Graham Henry is tagging their 9 tests on this tour. That's the 5 Super Rugby sides, the Maori and 3 match-ups against the All Blacks, in case you were wondering. Sir Ted reckons it's the toughest itinerary ever assembled for a touring team, and he probably isn't far off the mark given the form of the Kiwi Super Rugby sides in 2017. Time will tell if that's a good or bad thing for Gatty's boys, but the only man to have coached both the Lions and All Blacks suspects the latter.